New York sports fans have always had the reputation of being the toughest, most hardcore, insane, ridiculous, and most passionate fans in the country.
Who cares about this shit? I'm from fucking Brooklyn, and this Knicks all fucking day. Big Nick on my body. DJ Khaled, congratulations! You just lost another one! We gonna see how Miami, yeah? We gonna see how motherfuckers in Miami. What you talking about? Yeah, we here, baby. We here, baby. Miami's the city of rental cars and plastic surgery. Fuck Miami! Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! LeBron's the best! Fuck the Cavs! Fuck LeBron! Fuck everybody! Hey, yo, LeBron! When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy!
But in my opinion, they have now taken a back seat to the fans from Philadelphia. Maybe it's the fact that New York is just too much more of a cosmopolitan city filled with transients who have moved in from all over the country and all over the world. Most of the hardcore original New Yorkers now live in Jersey or have retired to Florida. Or maybe it's the fact that the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champs and we saw what that celebration was like. And the Sixers and the Phillies are relevant again.
And he may never hit a bigger one! Wow!
But Philly fans are a rare breed. They absolutely love their squads and they hate everyone else. And I respect the hell out of that. In New York, you could find bars dedicated to any team in the country. Transplants into New York can now find a local pub where they can root for their team from Minnesota or Chicago. I don't think you could find that in Philly. In Philly, if you don't like our team, kick rocks, buddy. Or listen to the beer can ricochet off the back of your head. That's Philly, that's how they do it, and I respect the hell out of that. The city of Philadelphia has a lot of beloved sports heroes in their history. From the fictional Rocky Balboa to the newly crowned King of the Mountain, Jalen Hurts. But there have not been many athletes that have been more beloved in the city of brotherly love than Michael Jack Schmidt. Mike Schmidt spent his entire 18-year career in the bigs playing for the Philadelphia Phillies from 1972 to 1989, 12-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove winner, and 3-time National League MVP. Mike Schmidt was simply the greatest third baseman in baseball history.
500th home run for Michael Jack Schmidt and the Phillies.
And if you say Brooks Robinson, there's definitely going to be a Phillies fan out there that's going to ricochet a beer can off the back of your head. Oh! The pride of Dayton, Ohio, Michael Jack Schmidt graduated from Fairview High School in 1967 and went on to Ohio University, where he led them to the College World Series in 1970 and was a second-round pick of those Philadelphia Phillies in the 1971 MLB Draft, 30th pick overall. Schmidt feasted on minor league pitching for 2 seasons, hitting 34 home runs and driving in 122. That led the Phillies to trading their starting third baseman Don Money to the Brewers and handing the job over to Schmidt for the start of the 1973 season. It wasn't a great start for Schmidt. He took his lumps. He batted only 196 in his first full season, struck out 136 times. Credit the Phillies ownership and management. They knew what they had and they stuck with it. The next season, 1974, he blew up. He made his first of his 12 All-Star games while batting .282 and was widely regarded as one of the best young players in baseball. He led the league in home runs for the next 3 consecutive seasons and became one of the most feared hitters in the game. At 6'2", 200 pounds, his power was legendary. In 1977, Schmidt became the highest paid player in baseball, making $561,000 per season, a far cry from today's salaries. The pressure was now on Schmidt to deliver a championship. The Phillies won the National League East 3 consecutive seasons from 1976, 1977, 1978, but were eliminated all 3 times and failed to make the World Series. Similar to what Jalen Hurts did for the Eagles in 2025, Mike Schmidt had his signature season in 1980 that will forever cement him in Philadelphia sports immortality. He had a team record 48 home runs and a league-leading 121 RBIs and was the unanimous choice for National League MVP. And in 1980, World Series, he had 2 home runs and 7 RBIs as the Phillies beat the Royals in 6 games to capture their first World Series championship in franchise history. And we got the ticket to that. October 21st, 1980, Game 6 elimination game. Phillies win 4-1. Steve Carlton, the lefty, pitched 7 masterful innings. Schmidt had 2 RBIs. Here's the Game 6 ticket. Really good looking stuff. And, you know, this puts Mike Schmidt in rare company. There have only been now 6 players. He was the 5th. But these are players who have won both the regular season MVP and the World Series MVP in the same year. Sandy Koufax did it in 1963. Frank Robinson did it in 1966. Reggie Jackson in 1973. Willie Stargell in 1979. Michael Jack Schmidt, 1980. Shohei Ohtani also did it in 2024. Schmidt had more brilliant seasons throughout the 1980s. He had another MVP season the following year in 1981, then his 3rd MVP season in 1986. In 1987, he ensured his spot in Cooperstown with his 500th career home run on April 18th, 1987. The following year, he tore his rotator cuff and forced him to miss nearly 2 months of the 1988 season. He announced his retirement in 1989 in San Diego on May 29th. But a few weeks prior to that, he hit his final home run of his career, number 548. And we got the ticket to that. Here it is, Michael Jack Schmidt, last home run of his career, number 548. This is a PSA 5 with an Auto 8. This is a beautiful stub with the Phillies logo on it. So Mr. Schmidt, I had a great opportunity to meet Mr. Schmidt at the Philly show, which is one of the greatest card shows in the country. And he signed this ticket for me when we were at the show. It was such a great experience for me. He did a great video. Let's show you the clip.
So it's going to be Mike Schmidt.
Last HR, number 548. How you doing, sir?
Hi there.
Thank you for doing this.
You're going to go name across and then last HR 548, right?
Yep. May 2nd, 1989.
This is
last
the last
home run.
one?
Yeah.
Last home run.
Last HR 548.
What do you remember most about that day?
Well, I damn sure didn't think it was going to be the last home run.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Dry, okay? Let that dry.
I appreciate that.
Jim DeShays.
Jim DeShays. Great memory. All right. Yeah. So once again, looking at this ticket here, Mike Schmidt signs. He writes last HR 548. Last HR 548. Home run off of Jim DeShays. It's so crazy that he remembers that. Jim DeShays, last home run, giving up the pitcher that pitched him up to Mike Schmidt, giving up home run number 548.
Foul ball, 2-run homer for Mike Schmidt. The Phillies lead 2-1.
I may have gone out on a limb earlier when I claimed that Philly sports fans are now taking the crown for the most out of control, craziest, passionate, and insane fans in the country. But make no mistake about it, the stats speak for themselves, calling Michael Jack Schmidt the greatest third baseman in the history of baseball. In fact, that's not going out on a limb, it's stating fact. He had the gold glove and the cannon arm to cover that position, but more importantly, he had the big power numbers consistently for 13 consecutive years from a corner infield position, something that every franchise would kill for. And when he couldn't play at that level anymore, he hung it up and walked away. And Michael Jack Schmidt, I respect the hell out of that.
His last home run came on May the 2nd at the Vet against Houston. After a brilliant career, Mike Schmidt today decided to go out on top.
Over the years of my career, I've set high standards for myself as a player. I've always said that when I don't feel I can perform up to those standards, that it would be time to retire.
One thing is definitely for certain, his Hall of Fame efforts will never be forgotten.